Okay, so before I get started, I want to show you guys this really cool toilet here in Italy. So I'm looking for the flush thing, to to try to flush the toilet, but I couldn't find it. So I noticed that there's a string here, and it's pretty fucking cool. Here, obviously all the water, gets lifted. So that was really impressive. But more than that, I want to show you guys how beautiful this place is. Look at the doors on this, by the way. It's freaking amazing. I don't want to forget my wine here. But check this out. This is kind of like a little waiting room, sort of. And look at the doors. Jeez. And again, I know I probably showed you the red room earlier, but look at this. It's fantastic. And look at these two beautiful ladies here. Yeah. Also, look at the floor. Hi. So I'm recording something for my people back home.
Okay.
So,
Hi everybody.
yes, I want to see how beautiful Italy is and beautiful women is.
Thank you. You're so kind. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
No, absolutely. So tell me, what's your name?
I'm Gaia.
Tell
And
me
that
what.
I'm Aride.
So, what do you guys do here for It's Liquid?
We are project coordinator
Yeah,
for
we
it.
are
Oh, project coordinators.
Yeah.
Yes, and they did a fantastic job, by the way.
Thank you
When-
Thank
so
you.
much, and you too, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm gonna continue on with my journey,
Okay,
I'll continue. Yes. But this is fantastic. Look at this. And it's incredible. I mean, these buildings are built, years ago, hundreds of years ago, and it just blows my mind. Forgive me if I'm a little bit stuttering. I'm just at all here. So here's some more artwork. Wow, that's powerful. That's beautiful, actually. I love. Look at her eyes. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. Let me show you downstairs a little bit. It's incredible. So we're going to the place where a lot of my friends that I met tonight are showing, and as well as myself. So basically, this is what it is. It's the Anima Mundi It's Liquid International Art Festival. But look at how gorgeous. I mean, everything is art here. It's fucking amazing. Lights are off, but we're basically partying after right now. It's the after party. You can't really see it, but just beautiful works from all these talented artists. I just met this wonderful, fantastic artist that does this beautiful photography. I feel very blessed to be part of this show. And these are my works here. You probably can't see them, but hopefully you will. And of course, the main entrance. Hi, bye. So I'm kind of recording.
America?
Yes, well, it's such. Back to Los Angeles, yes. It's such a pleasure meeting you guys.
Yes.
And
Me too.
yes, and forgive me for I'm doing this little video, so maybe I could introduce you guys. And what's your name? Forgive me.
Thomas.
Thomas. So Thomas is And forgive me, what was your name again?
Simone.
Simone and
Marga.
and they're visiting us from Germany.
Yeah.
And their very talented son had also part of the show here, and he did photography, which was part of another room, another show. So, anyways, I wanted to introduce you guys, and sorry guys. Yes, great to meet you guys, and let's keep in contact. Yes. Are you on Instagram, Thomas?
Yeah, Sebastian. No, Sebastian.
Forgive me, Sebastian.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Sebastian, what's your Instagram?
Sebastian underscore
Underscore?
Theisen.
Tyson.
Theisen.
Okay. Good thing that I'm recording this, so I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, perfect.
I apprate you guys. Great to meet you guys.
See you on Instagram.
Yes. See you on Instagram. Cheers. Bye. As you can see, just amazing people here. And this is another incredible artist that is also German that I just met earlier.
Look at you,
Oh,
Roberto,
from Berlin.
promoting us.
Yes, of course. Artists should always support artists, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This is beautiful. I love this installation. So tell me, forgive me, what was your name again?
Matthias.
Matthias. What was, you guys did this.
Yeah, we did it together.
So what was the inspiration behind this?
So initially, like we were strolling through Berlin and we found this ice cream shop, and it's very interesting about ice cream shops, at least in Germany, they have never really changed over the last decades. So we thought it's a very interesting thought that they're still operating, they're still successful, but they never really changed the menu. They look the same, they have the same sort of Sundays, like you get spaghetti ice cream and all that.
Yes.
And we thought, okay, if we take this as a theory for an exhibition, then the theory would be that this ice cream shops are like a time capsule. So they travel through time, they conserve.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And so we thought, okay, so this ice cream shop that we are presenting is an ice cream shop from the future, from 2060 more or less.
Wow.
And it is still the same on the surface, but the offerings have changed. They are now offering Sundays that are inspired by the climate catastrophes that will have
Yes.
taken place
Love
in
it.
the future.
I love that. And so how do you feel about, how do you guys collaborate? What's the magic on that? And I want to hear your story also as well as part of this awesome collaboration with your
So
boyfriend.
this we did like with 3 people actually. There's one girl missing, which is a friend of ours, and she's like a scientist who's like knows stuff about all those things that are gonna happen with climate change. Like it's scientifically, I mean, you never know how the future is gonna be like, but it's like the science says like that the scenarios we're like drawing there could actually happen. And I'm a photographer and fine artist, and Matthias is like a
Set designer and
set designer. Yeah, so this was like a nice mix of people. Like we have the scientific background, we have like the menu photography and the overall artistic concept which we made together, and then the actual building, which was like more his job, but the art direction and the concept we kind of did together. So it worked out as a really nice combination, and we're all like working conceptual, so
Love it.
that's a good job we did together there.
Well, you guys did a fantastic job.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Roberto.
And it's also great to meet you guys. I appreciate meeting other artists as well.
Likewise.
Likewise.
We were just saying how it was so nice, like we don't know you, but like you were the person who's always like, oh guys.
100%. You're like
Bringing
tying the
everyone
party together, the
together.
knots together.
And I'm
gonna-
always a little shy meeting new
Oh.
people, so I really appreciate it because you kind of like pushed us and
Oh, yeah.
pushing in a very nice way.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't make you pay the $20 as well. They should have paid you.
No, but you know the beautiful thing about this is as an artist, I love getting artists together. because synergy happens that way.
It's
you
true,
know?
yeah.
You know, creativity, synergy, and who knows what's going to happen. You know.
It's true.
And by the way, can you guys see your Instagram? I would love to follow you guys.
Yes, I would love to follow you too.
Yes, I'm gonna follow you guys.
You
Do you guys have a card
a card?
or you could say it
I have
and
a
I'm
card,
okay.
but I don't think it says my Instagram, but my web.
Oh, okay.
My website.
Okay. Are you guys on Instagram as well? or-
Yeah, of course.
Even
Okay.
the Gelateria has its own Instagram account because
Really?
we kind of wanted to travel.
Sure.
So that's the whole idea behind it. It's kind of activism too. So
Good, as it should be. You know,
Ideally.
one of the ideas that I took as a role now is not just an artist, but as an activist. I think
Yeah.
it's time now to. I think as artists, as me, you know, and I'm gonna put me as a blame, and being in the United States, is that we were too comfortable. Artists were comfortable. We weren't fully, involved in politics or activism. But now it's time. You know, now it's time for an artist, for me, to be more involved in activism and get involved more, because it's important.
And art is a great way to do it.
Absolutely.
what is your what is like your
Can-
story of this?
Can I share you guys something?
Yeah, of course.
Totally,
Yes.
that's what I would be interested in.
So this is, to me, one of the most. I'm going to start with this one. So, lady, it's the scales of balance. I'm not sure if you guys have that in Germany, but it's the laws and justice.
Justice, yeah.
And I had to do the melting pot, one of them, of America, because now we don't know, the stars are falling. There was a beautiful idea of what our country was. There was a great, I don't want to sound too romantic, but it was about that. It was about this idea, people from all over the world coming together and creating America. That's America, and to see what's happening now, it's hurting me, It's hurting a lot of people,
Get that, yeah.
But this was a representation of what it means to me,
Yeah,
And there's hope, And it's
I love that.
and the other story is that the same thing, the same thing of hope, not judgment. And we live in a society now that we judge people,
Yeah.
that they cause us pain, like Trump fucked us, I get it. But there's pain, but let's forgive, let's go back to
But
love.
not put a label on it, like that's what judging does, right?
Right.
Like we talked
right.
about that a lot this trip, like about judging and what it
Right,
does, because
right.
you always have to put your thing on it to feel safe, right?
You're right.
So nice.
Yeah. And it's all about forgiveness and letting go, and it's rebuilt. It's rebuilt, America is beautiful. It stands for the ideas, what I believe, You could always have contradictions on division, but the beautiful. Do you guys understand? I'm not sure if I was looking at this word. In California, we have this flag with a bear, and it says the Republic of
Yeah.
California.
Yes.
And the Republic, and I started looking, what is the Republic? And the Republic is the people. The people, we have the power. That was government, That was power,
Totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we forgot that. We let government, certain people take control of us. And
And if you just unite as human beings,
Yes.
like that's all you need in the end, and that if you just
oh, forgive me, I'm
But yeah, I totally get it. It's nice, and that's also nice when you like exchange those ideas like globally with
Yes.
people. In the end, it's all the same. That
you're right.
if you think about it, that you kind of want, right? Like you want to live in peace, you want to connect, and we're all like have similar hopes and dreams and all that stuff.
And you know what the beautiful thing right now, and I'm gonna ask you guys, how do you guys feel about what's happening in the world and obviously America? Obviously, you guys want to unite the world. Does the world? Do you guys think that the world wants to unite us all, or how do you guys feel on things?
I feel like the bad thing about people is that once there's like a certain thing of power, right? Like people are drawn to that, and that's the same that is happening everywhere. Like also in Germany,
Really?
with this right-wing party, where it's
Yes.
like a lot about power and about judging and about like labeling certain people who are like causing the problems. So you're like, oh, this is their fault. Like, I mean, it's the same the thing that Trump does. It's like, yeah, like everything is so bad because of those people and because they're doing that, and that's easy because then you're like,
Right.
oh, I'm the powerful one and you suck and you fuck everything up, so
Right.
I'm gonna blame you
Right.
and you have to vote for me because I'm gonna whatever, like
Right.
make things better. But I think there's a, at least I want to think so, that as human beings, if we, like what you said, believe in love and just like think about it, like
Yeah.
what's connective about
Right.
all of that. And then
Right.
if you travel and all that, sometimes you don't even need language. Like you just
You're
look
right.
at people
You're
and you're like,
right.
fuck yes, like that's exactly the same feeling like everywhere. And that
Absolutely.
gives me goosebumps when I just think
I
about
love
it.
what you just said that.
And I
yeah.
just want to believe in that because I think that the world needs that. And I don't want to look at this fucking Trump's face and like the fucking, like we have the same guys. Like they're, I mean,
Really?
not as famous as Trump, but we have guys who actually walk, like they walk around, they say shit like in TV where you're like, how is that possible?
Right.
How is it even possible? Like in Germany, we even have this, like my grandma went through Holocaust and there's a person saying stuff like in her decade, like she's still
Sure.
alive. And I'm
Wow.
like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
And she's like, what the fuck is happening? So it's unbelievable.
It's time to unite, guys. It's time to get the people together, and we're bigger than them. You know, they have power, they have money, but nothing compares to the people. You know, and we got to fight that again. You know,
It's true.
unfortunately, you know.
Yeah.
What I also see in this picture,
Yes.
in this painting, sorry, and which because I'm following American politics quite closely,
Yes.
and I'm a little bit worried because I basically like the American idea, not to the fullest extent, but certain parts of it are the blueprint of the societies that we live in Europe today.
Really.
And they were heavily influenced by the US, and especially Germans, like with the Marshall Plan after the Second World War, like basically pushing German economy to a level that would enable prosperity for a large part of the society. And so these are all concepts that come from the US, and at the same time, and you see this here in this part of your painting, it's like the erosion of
Yes.
institutions
Yes.
that are happening, and you were able to see that over the last couple of years and decades, maybe, like the influence, the US influence is getting less and less,
Yes.
and which can be, I mean, of course you can discuss this, like what was the role that the US were playing in the past, and what are they, what was it always the right role and whatnot. You can
Right.
discuss this, but there is a vacuum that is left after this, and you start to ask yourself, like, who's going to fill that vacuum
That's true.
after? And
No, I agree.
then you think like, oh, other superpowers like China and stuff, and there are very variables that are super uncertain.
Right.
And there's a lot of fear for me, at least personally, that
Sure.
I feel about this. And that's why I'm following it so closely, because I see many things happening in the US. And of course, there have always been politicians that are doing things that you don't approve of. But this person in particular is doing something to the institutions
Right.
that will last for a much longer time
Yes.
than the period that he is in charge.
I agree.
And you see that in many other parts of the world, and what you just
Right.
said, all over Europe,
Brazil.
in Brazil.
You're right. Yeah.
Like
You have
big
these movements,
problems,
and
yeah.
you have a
Venezuela, everything. It's all about profit, like you said, and oil, and fuck that.
shift. And so
We
that's-
need to stand up. The people need to stand up again.
And I think this is what it comes down to. What you also said is like, at the end of the day, the moment when we realize like we are all human beings, and
Yes.
we are. That's why I like to consider myself as a humanist,
Yes.
because that's what we are. And then
Absolutely.
it doesn't really matter if you're a refugee, you know, making your way over the Mediterranean to come to a new. I understand you on a human level.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
that connects us,
Right.
and it connects us culturally,
Yes.
internationally, all across all different.
And you know what? I understand laws and I understand structure, but I also understand being human. You know, having consideration on people. You know, we shouldn't treat them like. We should never treat a person horribly only because we don't understand them, kind of thing. You know, we should at least treat them humanely. You know. And
Yeah.
what I've been experiencing back home, and I'm trying
Where
to be
you
optimistic.
From? Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, and we've been seeing a lot of Guatemalans, you know, crossing the borders, but the way they're treated, you know, it's
Incarcerating children. I mean,
incarcerated. What
how-
the fuck? This is America.
Yeah,
This is
how can-
never supposed to
Like,
happen.
this is
That,
such a
you know.
double standard. Like, how can you say people we don't like? We're actually going to fight, which I think is a legit reason to enter a different country and fight for democracy and whatnot, and then you incarcerate children. It's like,
What the fuck?
if you do that, like, who's going to be the, you know, the one that's looking out that things are
Right.
going well?
And
Nobody,
whatever.
also nobody's fault where you're born. Right?
No,
Like,
it's nobody's
I didn't
fault.
do anything from a privilege.
I
No.
totally agree with you. You know, it's nobody's fault that we're born. You know, all of a sudden, I have this really crazy idea when I paint, and I have this idea of like, okay, here we are. You know, the first person that was born. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, all this is mine. And then the second person that's born is like, oh no, now you gotta pay me rent because, you know, I was here. You know, it's like,
surreal.
no, it doesn't belong to fucking nobody. You know.
Yeah.
And that fucking idea just bugs the shit out of me, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think in the end, we need to unite. We need to unite, and I think because of all this horrible shit, we're gonna unite. And I feel that if people get together, we can make change. I feel that way.
Maybe that's why it's happening. I kind of
You're
wanna
right.
believe.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I
right.
want to
You're
believe
right.
that. I don't know, but
And I'm recording all this, and I want to post it, and I want people to see this great conversation.
okay,
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
it's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue.